you guys? I'm here. Since Wobbly decided to cut his stream short, I'm here. Hey, Wendy Ohan, there's my woman. How are you? Hey, Tay. How are you, hon? Oh, yeah, it was a great stream with Wobbly. I loved it. It was very educational and very informative. I loved it. Yeah, I agree, guys. It was great. I enjoyed it. Hey, Brian, how are you, bro? Welcome in. I tell you what, it's been raining all day and it's supposed to be here for the rest of the day. So, hey, hey, Rising Sun. Hey, Triple X. Hey, Eastern Kentucky. I'm glad to see y'all here. It's raining there too, Triple X. Yeah, it's been pouring rain here. Oh, that sucks, Wobbly Boost. That sucks bad. That was a great uh stream he had. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, awesome, Triple X. Hey, babe, Bandit. He's here. We got a bandit in the house. I am very sorry to hear that too, Brian. Sorry I missed your live stream, Triple X. I didn't get the notification that you were there. There's an Odin. He's talking about tampons again for some reason. I don't understand that. Oh. I did too. It was very great. It was informative and everything. Ah, cool, Triple X. I can't wait to see your bike. It's a Copper. How are you, bro? Evidently, with the UGG, I don't think you're doing so well. Tay doesn't love you no more, Odin. Odin is a freak. But we love him anyway. We love Odin to death. Hey, Jen. How are you, sis? How are you, hon? Oof. Oh, okay. Eastern Kentucky. That sucks, Brian. Yes, Copper, you being in the Bronx explains it all. Uh, yeah. But being in the Bronx explains it all. I can understand that, especially in a big truck, man. A big rig is no place to be. That is no place to be. Oh, cool, Jen. Oh, you ain't right. You ain't right, bro. Uh, who you talking to give you ID? If you want my ID, you better tell me what law I broke. You better tell me what law I broke to get my ID, Odin. That is not a law. Hey Perth, how are you, hon? Good to see you here. Ugly is ugly is no law. There's no law against ugly. Thank God. Or I've been in prison long ago. It's a magical law. Okay. Well, it's still not good enough to get my ID, Odin. I love you, Australian people. You talk your mind. That is so cool. That's almost a lost thing over here in the United States. Rising Sun Media, we love you too, hon. All of us love you. So there. Nanny turd. Hey Invictus, how are you, bro? Good to see you here. Yes, that was a great stream, Wobbly Boost. It was a great one. Cool, Rising Sun. That's awesome. Good, Invictus. I'm glad to hear that. Tay was breathing hard again, huh? You ain't kidding, Brian King. Hey, hey, Eggs, how are you, bro? Well, Perth, if you need to go to bed, hon. I understand that, and everybody else would too. Hell, at around 12 o'clock, I go to bed myself. So, me too, Rising Sun. Yep, 12 hours ahead of us. It's there tomorrow already, Brian. It's there tomorrow. We're still waiting on tomorrow. They're already on tomorrow. I am your future. Be scared. Rising Sun's a time traveler, huh? Oh, hell, Jen. Hope that don't happen, Jen. Well, frickadoodle. I'm going to have to go up there here soon. That sucks. You made it 5.5 miles. What's the bad news, Jen? Or do you want to talk about it here? Yes, Wobbly Boost, you do. You're always ahead of us. Yes, I seen Big Nick this morning, Odin. He was actually in Wobbly Boost stream this morning, Odin. That was the last time I seen him. All right, Jen. I drank too much coffee, I think, in too short of a time. I agree, Odin. Need to get him up to Indiana and several other places. Okay, X. Welcome back. Okay, Tay. And I'm hoping if he goes, I get to go too. I'd love to audit with Big Nick. Get your sweetheart the ass to bed, Tay. Love you too, Triple X. Later, Tay. Enjoy your time with Wobbly. Come hither, wench. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that would be Odin. You know I would too, Jen, on that. I would do anything I could for you too, hon. Tay needs a timeout. She's not going for a nap. If y'all are interested, Steve 1911 just went live. Ah, poor eggs can't get tucked in. Hey, Tex Rose. I'm glad you found us, hon. Yes, Tay, go take your nap with Wobbly. Wobbly, go take your nap too. Way she could lose her home. It's all good, Rose. It's all good. That ain't good, Jen. I'm gonna put you and Tate both in timeout if you don't. I'll call you later, Jen. That ain't good, Brian. That ain't good at all. All right, Perth. I read it as now. I didn't even notice that you put the word not, Brian. So it's all good. Oh. It's gonna be a rainy day today, guys. Here, I'm glad of it though. We needed a cool down. I'm glad we've been getting it. It's gonna suck for the scallopers though. All this extra fresh water is gonna keep the scallops offshore in the saltier water, but it's nice for cool. Oh, that's good, Triple X. Yeah, it will be a good night to go cop watching. Just be careful out there, Rose, when you do. It seems like cops turn into major idiots on Friday. I don't know why. It's like a switch for them. No, actually, I prefer cigarettes, but can only afford the filtered cigars. That's the biggest problem there. I just can't afford the cigarettes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Be careful out there. We don't need her going into jail and things like that. Actually, if I had my preference on the cigars, it's a it's the peach flavored clippers. I agree, Tex Rose. No cop is worth watching and getting heat stroke. I agree. Right, Brian? I understand. I like those two news now across America. And how are you, bro? I like them too. I've had them before. They're very good. Yeah, y'all are gonna have to excuse me for a few minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Much, much, much better. Very good. All right. All righty, I'm back. Coffee and more cigarettes than off to bed for me. Okay, Perth. Time to text flood flow, huh? Yes, I do, Brian King. That was a load off my mind. Yeah, I love listening to her. And she's very knowledgeable about the native people in Australia, which is really good. It's nice that someone took an interest in the native people there. I wish more people would take interest in their native peoples. Yes, Brian King, you're right. It's supposed to rain here for the rest of the day, according to the news. We're in for this all day long, which is good with me. I love it because it keeps it nice and cool here when it rains. Oh, good, Triple X. At least then it's going to be nice and cool for you. Oh, that sucks, Bandit. We're stealing all your rain, huh, Bandit? Oh, I know when this rain gets out of here, Bandit, it's going to be hot, 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 too. The humidity's going to suck. I agree, Triple X. It does lie. The weather people do. That sucks, Tex Rose. Oh, cool, Perth. That's great for you then. all Eastern Kentucky wants is toilet paper. That's funny. I wished I was present there. I wouldn't care about the heat. I wished I had a way I could get to Texas right now. It sucks that I can't. But I will be there in spirit for them, I guess. That'd be the best I can do right now. Be there in spirit and be there in support. So y'all know I'll be more than likely watching all their streams as that goes on in LV. Yeah, I tell you what, them people up there in Indiana are about the rudest people, are rude people too. Very rude people. They don't, they also don't know their laws at all up there. They don't understand that. I even told one that there were several circuit courts that that All right, Brian, that's awesome. But yeah, I had to tell one person that several circuit courts have said that there is no expectancy of privacy in public. And she, instead of saying, okay, that's cool, whatever, or saying, well, I need to look that up or whatever, she told me to fax her a copy of that. I'm like, and she's supposed to be upholding our laws. She was a cop that told me this. And I says, lady, you're upholding our laws and you don't even know what the courts say to our laws. Uh, Maybe you need to go and refresh yourself on laws instead of being worried about if you're being uh, recorded or not. Why don't you take the time to quit bitching about that and take the time to learn something and do your job properly? So I let her know what I thought about her quickly. I didn't call her a dumbass or nothing, but I let her know she needed to quit bitching about people recording her and learn what her laws are. I said, and by the way, did you know in rural communities, this ain't city communities. In rural communities, there's approximately 185 cameras per city block. I says, if you don't know what a city block is, look it up. And she says, I know what a city block is. I said, good. Did you know on average there's 180 of them per city block in a rural community? I said, so, and that's including security cameras and everything. I says, you need to get over your fear of someone with a phone and a camera because you're probably being watched by a camera somewhere. And I said, I bet you in your position right now where you're at, I bet you have a camera right now situated to where it's going to see you sometime during the day. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that, Tex Rose. Well, I'm sure the vandalism did go down. I'm sure. I ain't knocking the cameras that they have. What I'm saying is that these people are not understanding that they're being videotaped almost 24 hours a day outside their house. Um, Anytime they step outside their house, they're more than likely getting a video taken of them. So they need to grow up and start thinking about that. Yeah, I know, GNT. They're retarded. They are very not retarded. Trying to get that word out of my vocabulary. I'm sorry. They are very, very ignorant people. I tried to do that with them Rose this morning, but she was very ignorant, very belligerent, and very rude to me. Uh, and okay, Perth Observer, you try to have a great night. Sleep well, hon. The people up in Indiana up there are very ignorant and very rude people. Uh, and they don't want to do their job one bit. And that's the biggest problem I'm having with them is they don't want to do their job. I'm sure they did, GNT, because they don't want to talk to you on the phone, for one, and for two, they don't now want people stating their mind on their website. I'm sure. They're very ignorant and very rude people up there. But that shows you they know they've done wrong. Yeah, they can't hide but so long anyway. They have to do their job. Yeah, they just shut down their Facebook, Eastern Kentucky. Their whole Facebook, any way you can communicate with them, they've shut it down, and they won't talk to you on the phone. They just say you're being blurred. They just say you're threatening them, or or you're being belligerent with them, or any other number of excuses to not talk to you, or harassing. That's another comment they use. They don't want to deal with this problem at all. And they don't even want to take the time to learn the laws so they can enforce the laws properly up there, which is a sad thing. Actually, Tex Rose, I asked that actual question to one of them, and they said, if this is what I was told, Rose. They said, if our police deem it as necessary to arrest you for public photography, then so be it. That's what I was actually told, and that was by the town council up there. One of the town council members up there. What's his name? I'll tell you his name even. I got it wrote down. I can find the damn name now. Because I even got it wrote down somewhere here. I got so many notes, I got to go through all my shit. Yeah, Raphael Morton. He told me if the cops feel as though they need to arrest you for public photography, he will back them. So, and then the sergeant in their public relations department, the sergeant there is the one that does not know the laws and is backing her deputy's decision as well. So, and the sergeant would not give me her name or her badge number, and she said it is not law or state policy for them to give our police policy for them to give that to you. And I know that's a lie as well. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with up there, guys. They are lying. They are just lying their freaking asses off, and also don't know their law. So, and they're in charge of upholding the law and don't know the law. So, the sergeant said, I would never want to be filmed in public. I said, and then when I said there's no, then I started saying there was several case law, cases where the circuit courts have said there's no expectancy of privacy in Tex Rose. It's you know what it reminds me of? They remind me of LV. This one in Indiana reminds me of the ones in LV. It's exactly what they remind me of. I agree, Bayou Bandit. It is fucked up, bro. It is. But that's what I've dealt with this morning, and that's why I had a headache to begin with, and why I had to stop making phone calls, because the ignorance and stupidity up there is. Oh, Indiana. It ain't just there though, Bayou Bandit. It ain't just there. I've seen the I've seen the stupidity and the ignorance a lot in Indiana. Indiana is almost a rogue state when it comes to their police. They think their police can do anything they want, and no one can stop them. And I have dealt with a lot of police up in Indiana in my time. Me and my dad have. The only thing that works with them is when you know you're in the right and you go to start calling a lawyer right in front of them, which my dad did a couple of times, and guess what? They said, "Oh, no problems here. We'll leave you be." You know, so I agree, Tex. It is arrogance. Um, they are very arrogant people up there when it comes to their police. I gave out that warning to everybody up in Indiana. Be careful of Indiana. Lynn, Tammy, Lynn. I did give that warning up there about it, though. When you go to Indiana, them people are so corrupt up there. Saying they're corrupt is an understatement, actually. In my opinion, that's an understatement. And if any of Indiana are listening to me, y'all know for a fact how I feel about you. Lynn. Odin and his Lynns. What's up, Odin? Yes, Brian, you're right. Not too much, Odin. Okay. But yes, you're right, Brian. If their status quo is broken, they don't know what to do. And the problem is they aren't smart enough to learn either. They are so arrogant they don't think they need to learn the law. They think they can make up their own law and go by their own law. But then again, a lot of cops think that. I ain't saying all, but a lot. But I'll be making some more phone calls here in a little while. Oh, hell. I forgot to do something. I turned off the damn fucking moron dumbass. The fucking battery to keep that shit up. Stupid ass. we go. I almost forgot to plug in my other phone to charge my battery, guys. Talk about a dumb move right there. That was a dumb move. Let myself run out of a battery. I understand that, Tex Rose. All right, Eastern Kentucky. Yeah, that's why we quit. That's why me and my dad, we used to go to Indiana every year to do Civil War reenactments when I was with my dad doing Civil War reenactment. And we quit going to Indiana just because of that. He would go all the way around. That's true, Brian. I can't wait. Who's buying lunch? You're buying lunch, Bandit. It's your turn. You're buying us lunch. And I'll take a Whopper Junior with a large fry and a chocolate shake with a cup of coffee on the side. So you got to go to Burger King. Wouldn't we all, Brian? A 30-pound lobster would be awesome. Cost a lot of money, but it'd be good. Yes, it's going to help me a heck of a lot, Tex Rose. A heck of a lot. I can't wait to get it. As long as it ain't raining all day like it is today. Oh, SC's live too. Hey, SC. Don't worry, I ain't got many people here keeping them out of your stream. I bet you it was, Brian. I would love to see an 18-pound lobster. You're making me hungry. Oh, my dear God. My head. Okay, SC, I'm glad I'm not the problem. I hope you do live stream, Rose. I really do. Thank you, SC. You're probably right, Brian. You're probably right. And Rushwell Tex, Rose, we love you, hon. That's true, SC. You're right. People go where they want. And believe me, there's plenty of channels out there for people to go to. And plenty of people doing stuff, so. You're right. People go where they want. That is a true statement. Y'all, this rain's making me sleepy. I might take a nap here shortly, too. Bandit T-bone with barbecue sauce. Yeah, you're probably right, Brian. You're probably right. It's about like deer. You know, people want to go out and shoot deer with this huge rack on their head and everything else. And 9 times out of 10, that deer's about 5 to 6 years old to get a huge rack like that. And they don't taste near as good as a little old spike buck. You know, the spike buck is going to taste a lot better. Hey, y'all are just ruining steaks, period. Why do you put anything on it except for maybe a few seasonings? A1 and barbecue sauce. Y'all are just ruining a steak. My gosh. You should have a steak like Flo made. All he did was add some of that gunpowder to it, and it was the best steak you ever ate in your life. Y'all might as well be putting ketchup on your steak. You don't have to leave, SC. I'm just messing with you, bro. Like I said, I'd try it. Damn. Yeah, me too, Brian. I had that happen to me a lot today. Um, oh, good, SC. Good, good. He was probably trying to put out a chat message, and for some reason today it's been bad on chat messages. It don't matter how fast or slow you are putting it. It seems like a. I agree, Brian. I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. So hey, educate. You think I got a little sleep? I got about an hour and a half to 2 hours sleep last night. Educate, and that was it. And this rain is making me sleepy. I agree, Brian. I agree. Dang it. Now, if you start saying put barbecue sauce on pork chops, I'll eat pork chops all day long with barbecue sauce. I'll eat it also all day long with A1 sauce. But a steak, oh my gosh. Uh, well, it's just raining here it's been raining here all day. And it's just the rain's making me sleepy. Oh, excuse me, guys. Told you I'm getting sleepy. I'm even starting to yawn now. You like the taste of meat, not a hint of meat with sauce. I agree. I agree with that, Brian. Except for I do like it on pork chop. I really do. I used to take A1 sauce and Worcestershire sauce and mix them together, and take pork chops and put it in a slow cooker, and eat the hell out. And then after it was cooked that way, I'd eat the hell out of it. I loved it. It was great. Just remember. Sure, Genty, go ahead. I don't mind. All right, Genty. You make the best grilling on the East Coast? I don't know about that now. I ain't had your grilling yet. That's a pretty good birthday cook out there. 90 hamburgers and 32 hot dogs? Heck yeah. Sounds good too to me. And 10 pounds of bacon. Sounds good to me. All right, guys. There's Dan's YouTube channel. Go ahead if you want sub to Dan. Dan's a real cool guy. I've talked to him before on the phone. As a matter of fact, today I talked to him some on the phone. He's a good guy. Y'all. He's very good. So I would sub him. As a matter of fact, I actually already have subbed him, Jen. A1 sauce don't go on steaks. My goodness. A1 sauce belongs on pork chops, hot dogs, and hamburgers. I do too, Brian. I do too. Oh, this is a new channel, Jen? Okay. Then I'm gonna have to sub to it after I close out of the stream. Give you a ring so you can time out, man. I can't give ringes over my phone. I'm sorry. That's true, Brian. Which I have had. Someone please time me out, hurry. No, ain't doing it, Bandit. If Brian or Jim want to time you out, they can. Oh, wow. 12 hours later, you took it out and it flew off. Damn. Oh, I could do it offline. I ain't never figured out how. Who's live? Dan's live, Jen? It was an unedible, slimy mess. I hate to hear that. Okay, guys, go over to Dan, support Dan some. I'm gonna close down my stream. I got to go to the restroom pretty bad, and it might take me a little while. And I ain't taking. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I might even take me a little nap.